Do you ever feel like you're holding your breath, waiting for the other shoe to drop? That feeling of walking on eggshells, where your reality is constantly questioned, yet leaving isn't an option. This isn't about weakness. It's about a difficult, often invisible situation that many people face. Whether it's family, a shared home, financial ties, or co-parenting, sometimes you have to stay. So, how do you not just survive, but protect your own mind and spirit when you're forced to coexist with a narcissist? This is for those who need a strategy, not an escape route. This is about finding your power in a place where you feel powerless. The first step, and perhaps the hardest, is to accept the reality of the situation. It's a quiet, internal shift. You must stop hoping they will change. This isn't pessimism. It's a form of profound self-protection. Trying to reason with someone who thrives on a distorted reality is like trying to catch smoke with your hands. It will only exhaust you and leave you questioning your own sanity. They operate from a different rule book, one where their needs are paramount and your feelings are tools to be manipulated. Accepting this isn't giving up on them. It's choosing to no longer give up on yourself. Your energy is finite. Stop pouring it into a vessel that will never be full. Instead, start redirecting that energy inward to fortify your own emotional world. This acceptance is your foundation. It's the solid ground you build everything else upon. You can't control their behavior, but you can control how you engage with it. And that begins with seeing it for exactly what it is, without the filter of hope or wishful thinking. Now, let's establish the emotional rules for your survival. Think of yourself as a sovereign nation. You need to define your borders. The first rule is emotional detachment. This is not about being cold or unfeeling. It's about observing their behavior without absorbing it. Picture their words and actions as a storm happening outside your window. You can see the lightning and hear the thunder, but you are safe and dry inside. You don't have to get drenched in their emotional chaos. A practical way to do this is called the gray rock method. You become as uninteresting as a gray rock. When they try to provoke a reaction, you give them nothing. Your responses are brief, factual, and devoid of emotion. Okay, I see. I'll think about it. You offer no emotional fuel for their fire. This starves them of the attention and drama they crave. The second rule of survival is mastering your internal state. Your inner world is the one place they cannot touch unless you grant them access. Practice mindfulness. When you feel that familiar spike of anxiety or anger, pause. Take a deep, slow breath. Focus on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your lungs. This small act creates a gap between their provocation and your reaction. In that gap lies your power. It's the space where you choose to respond, not react. You can also create mental sanctuaries. Visualize a place where you feel completely safe and calm, a quiet beach, a forest, a favorite room from your past. When the emotional environment becomes toxic, retreat to this inner sanctuary for a few moments. It's a way of mentally checking out to protect your peace without physically leaving the room. This isn't avoidance, it's strategic self-preservation. You are teaching yourself that your emotional stability does not depend on their mood or behavior. Communication is often the most dangerous minefield. So, how do you talk to them without causing damage to yourself? You have to learn a new language, one that is built on facts, boundaries, and a lack of emotional hooks. First, use I statements, but in a very specific, non-accusatory way. Instead of saying, "You always criticize me," which invites a fight, try stating a boundary. "I will not continue this conversation while I am being yelled at." You are not commenting on their behavior. You are stating what you will or will not do. It's a firm, calm line. Second, keep your communication brief and to the point, especially over text or email. Narcissists often use written communication to twist your words. Write emails as if they could one day be read in a courtroom. Stick to facts. Be clear, concise, and professional. Avoid long explanations, justifications, or emotional appeals. They are seen as weaknesses to be exploited. Furthermore, refuse to engage in pointless arguments, what's known as word salad. This is their technique for confusing you, exhausting you, and making you feel like you're the one who's crazy. When the conversation starts spinning into nonsensical circles, you have the right to disengage. A simple, "I don't have the energy to discuss this further right now," or "we are going in circles, so I am going to stop," is enough. You don't need their permission to end a conversation that is damaging your mental health. This is not about winning the argument. You will never win. It's about protecting your sanity. It feels unnatural at first because we're taught to seek resolution. But with a narcissist, the goal isn't resolution, it's self-preservation. Your silence and your withdrawal are not weaknesses. They are your most powerful communication tools. Now, how do you regain your sense of self, your inner power, while still living in this environment? Your identity can feel like it's been eroded, chipped away piece by piece. You must actively work to rebuild it, separate from them. First, reconnect with your own values, hobbies, and interests. What did you love to do before this person dominated your life? Music, art, nature, reading. Carve out time for these things, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. These activities are anchors to your true self. They remind you of who you are outside of their distorted reflection of you. This is non-negotiable. It's your oxygen mask. Put it on first. Second, cultivate a private world. This could be journaling your real thoughts and feelings in a secure place. It validates your reality. Write down what happened, how it made you feel, and what you know to be true. This practice helps counteract the gaslighting that makes you doubt your own perceptions. Your private world can also include trusted friends or a therapist, someone outside the situation who can reflect your reality back to you and confirm that you are not the problem. This external support is crucial. It's a lifeline that keeps you tethered to the real world. Your self-worth should not be in their hands. Reclaim it by investing in yourself, your mind, and your connections to people who see and value the real you. Your power comes from remembering who you are, independent of their approval or disapproval. As we conclude, let's ground ourselves in a final perspective. Staying in a situation like this is not a sign of failure. It is often a sign of immense strength, resilience, and a deep commitment to other responsibilities you may have. Give yourself credit for navigating an incredibly difficult dynamic every single day. The goal is not to change them. The goal is to make yourself emotionally unreachable to their dysfunction. It's about building an inner fortress so strong that their arrows can no longer pierce it. You are learning to be the calm center of your own universe, regardless of the storm raging around you. This journey is about quiet strength and radical self-respect. You are not trapped. You are strategically positioned, protecting your inner light until the circumstances change. You are not just surviving, you are preserving the core of who you are. And that is a victory in itself. Thank you for listening. Please remember to take care of yourself.